What's up friends, Chook here and welcome back to Bit Heroes. It is Sunday, it's Item Find Day, and we're going to get on with that in just a second. But there's probably something you've noticed, and that is we're using the Tier 9 Raid 6 Heroic Set Piece Pew Pew thing. So what's it actually called? It is called the UMD L'Assault. And the reason we're using this is I had a chat with a good friend of mine. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing your name right. Boline? Either way, this guy, who's awesome. And he was saying, well, first of all, if we go to what I was actually planning on doing. Alright, first of all, I was planning on just decking out myself in all Tier 9 gear. So this was my last upgrade to go from Tier 8 to Tier 9. And then we were going to work on the set piece and mythics and all that good stuff. Because I'm a bit OCD with things. And I wanted to get everything into Tier 9 first before I started going up on getting upgrades and all that sort of stuff. And he sent me a private message and we had a chat for a bit. And he was saying that it's much more beneficial to me to start with this, just upgrade this. Don't worry about getting Tier 9. I have dropped some TS because this isn't fully upgraded and everything like that. And I've basically had to get rid of a full upgraded Tier 9 set to go to a 3 out of 4 upgraded Tier 9 set. And then we're still now ages behind getting this one. But the reason is, if we look at the skills, and I wasn't aware of this, I didn't even look at the skills of this main hand. Well, I did, but I'd forgotten about it. Is that it has a 1 SP deal shit tons of damage to the strongest enemy, which is great. It does deals damage to a random enemy and 4 additional enemies, so basically everybody. It has a heal on it. I've got my peach heal as well, but this is the one. Deals like significant damage to target enemy target, attacks 2 times. So effectively, it's like a attack target 1 SP spell that I've gone over multiple times why they're so strong, and try and get familiars with them for PvP and GVG. Try and have a weapon that has a 1 SP target ability. I've gone over it a million times. I'm not going to go why it's so good again. Should be pretty obvious anyway. But attacks 2 times. So effectively, it's a guaranteed dual strike, which is amazing. And then, if we remember, so my TS has gone down to 3842. It was 391 something. I've got 33% dual strike. So a third of the time when I use that ability, I actually hit 4 times. So with that ability, I've got like a 33% chance of getting a quad strike, which is insane. So I did remember that this had like special abilities because it's like a set main hand and stuff. But I forgot about the whole hit 2 times thing. And then with my dual strike, it was a no-brainer. As soon as he brought my attention to that again, and I remember, well, yeah, I remember due to him telling me, I'm just like, oh yeah, shit, that's totally what I should be doing. So effectively, we've got a 1 SP quad strike now, which is insane. It has pushed back getting all Tier 9 by a bit. So we need a little bit more as far as upgrade materials, like the beans thingy. To upgrade this, we're at 133, we need 240, so we need pretty much two legendaries, and this will be fully maxed. Then we can go to, thinking about upgrading that last bit. We could also upgrade the chest, for instance, but all that's going to do for us really is we're going to keep the same TS as what we've got. It's going to give us the 2-piece set bonus, which is 2% ricochet chance, which is nice. But I probably prefer to get rid of this and get more TS, right? That's probably what we'll do. We'll max this out and then we'll upgrade this. Hopefully by the time we get around to upgrading this, and we've saved up our 500 beanstalks and stuff, we have the offhand set piece, and then that would just fit in perfectly and brilliant. But we'll see how we go. But that is a big change, huge change. So if you've wondered why if I'm on your friends list, if your raid team TS has gone down by like 100 and something TS, or you're wondering what the hell's going on, it's probably me and the fact that I've changed weapon and I've gone down in a little bit of TS, but I'm much stronger as a result. So that's that out of the way. Next thing to note is we have 5.4k gems, and we have a mega offensive accessory box with 5.1k on sale. Holy shit, we're doing it. So we're gonna buy this bad boy. We can get pretty much anything. Oh, let's go here first. Again, if people aren't aware of this, if they're new, or you know, you haven't watched you just started watching my channel and you're not aware of this type of thing, if you go to any of the boxes, so even if you go to this large offensive accessory box, and this is why I recommend buying these mega ones, saving up for 5k and buying these mega ones, because if you go here, you can see what you get in here all as well. You get 5 of these accessories, guaranteed to get at least 1 rare. Right, so that's great. You get a rare, guaranteed to get a rare. That's fine. If you click on this little question mark here, it gives you the breakdown. So you've got a 3.4% chance of one of those 5 things, 5 accessories being a legendary, which is pretty low. 3.4% is not very high, obviously. 11.8% chance of it being an epic. You're guaranteed to get a rare. And then, so the other 4 drops, they're the percentage chances of what they'll be. So you got 99% chance of it being common, 89% chance of being rare, 11.8% chance of it being epic, and 3.4% chance of it being a legendary. Whereas that's the 850 box. Whereas this one, the odds are greatly improved. We have a 21.3% chance of getting a legendary. So gone from 3.4% to over 20%, massive difference, right? So this is why I recommend getting the legendary. Like, if you haven't got a legendary accessory or pet or anything, buying these 5k ones, saving up and stuff, is a major pain. It's a major grind. It's a major pain in the ass. It sucks balls. It's the worst, especially if you're free to play and you're just doing off the wall things and clicking on ads and just grinding it out and da 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 da. But eventually, if you're persistent with it and stuff, and you don't just go throwing gems away on random familiars and stuff, you will get there. And once you get there, you can buy one of these bad boys and you have a 21.3% chance of getting a legendary. Once you get that legendary, this is the best way to get it, obviously. Then just buy these ones, the 850s, because you have your legendary, providing you're happy with it, of course. And I would just be happy with whatever you get, if you're free to play at least. Then once you have your legendary, you just buy these cheapy ones, just to get 5 accessories of whatever kind, so you can break them down so you can get materials to upgrade it. So that's the idea. Buy this, buy the expensive one to get the legendary, buy the cheaper ones just to get any accessories you can to break them down. That's the kind of gist of it. So let's not dilly dawdle daddle anymore. Let's open this son of a bitch, and let's hope that 21.3% chance is the one we get. Now let's quickly have a look at them as well and see which one we would prefer. So Widowmaker, crit chance, crit damage, and power chance. Melvin Champ, this is one for me. 20% dual strike and 9% crit chance. This is the one I want, hands down. It's definitely not the best accessory out there. It's probably one of the worst ones actually, but again, I'm not min-maxing. I love myself some dual strike. This bad boy is the one I want. Next, 20% in power chance, 4.5 dual strike. This is really good as well. In power and dual strike, like, they're my favorite stats, so this would be good as well. This is a bit of everything. 2.5% in power, 2.5 dual strike, 5 damage, 5 speed, 5 crit chance, 50 crit damage. That'd be fine. Traveling Forge, 10% dual strike, 10% in power, 10% crit. Also really good. Pretty much if it has in power or dual strike, I'm happy, particularly dual strike. 40% crit chance, 3% dual strike, 3% in power. So this is all about them crits and just a little bit on the side. And then this is kind of like Astaroth Daedum. It's just a bit of everything. 10% crit chance, 5% in power, 5% dual strike, 5% damage, 5% speed, 5% lifesteal. Lifesteal is just rubbish, but you know, these are kind of like jack of all trade type things, and then everything else has kind of like a feel to it. But let's do it. All right, we'll count down 3. Maybe we'll abuse it and see how we go. Okay, 3, 2, 1. You're a son of a bitch. Fuck it! Oh, no. Not only... Oh, that's horrible. Not only did we not get the legendary, but we got the freaking lifesteal. Epic. Oh, that hurts. That hurts my heart. No. Well, time to save another 5k. Oh, man. That is a big blow. Well... There you go. That's the third 5k accessory box I've opened. And all right, well, hang on. If we go, so we got epic, rare, and 3 commons. So we got an epic, which we were guaranteed, and then rare and 3 commons. So yeah, we had really bad RNG there. really bad. And then the epic we got is fucking trash. So, hooray! That's the third one of those big boxes I've opened. So that's like 15k gems that I've spent trying to get an accessory box, legendary accessory. Oh, that hurts. All right. Anyway, enough dicking around and updates and all that stuff. It's been 10 minutes into item find day. We haven't done Jack Diddley Bubkiss. So let's get started. We'll put that behind ourselves. I'll go cry in a pillow later. Okay, Gauntlet. 2 of these bad boys. Let's do it. I don't even remember what number I did just then. I think it was 400. I did clear 450, but it was a bit tight. I did try 500, and that didn't go so well. So 500 is the cutoff for, like, the start cutoff thing, like the benchmark, whatever level for tier 9 sets and mythics and all that can drop in there. So I did attempt it, but no good. I think maybe if I had a legendary accessory, which I don't, and full TS and all that sort of stuff, fully upgraded tier 9s and stuff, and maybe some set bonuses and stuff, I could probably do it. But as it stands right now, no dice. So, the fact that everything under that, I think it starts at, tier 9 Trials Gauntlet starts at 300, I think. Anyway, anything from 300 to 500, if it starts at 300 that is, anything from 300 to 500 has the same loot table. So, considering I love myself some auto and not having to manual and micromanage everything, 400 is like smack in the middle, and you know, it's good enough. I never like try to min-max everything and like compete in the Trial Gauntlet event each week. I always place, you know, in the 1000 to 2000 area ranking thing. So, you know, I'm not too fussed and not too worried about like really trying and trying to, you know, finish top 50 or anything like that. I just do what I do and get whatever reward I get. Because obviously I make videos for YouTube and everything else, and sneezes, and I sneeze, and work, and then, you know, recreational, and have a life and friends and all that sort of stuff. I don't have time to, you know, nor the patience to go in here and do this manual and try and get as high as I can and stuff. So 400 works fine for me. Eventually, if we get higher and we get, you know, full TS and maybe some set pieces and stuff, we can try 500 and see if we can do it. But for now, this will do. So we'll smack these out. The other thing is, I don't know whether it's just me or not, but I have pretty bad drop chances in Trials Gauntlet. Like, I especially Gauntlet, actually. Trials, sometimes I get some legendary drops, but Gauntlet I pretty much never get a legendary ever. So going up to that, say, 500 and manualing it and being meticulous and getting every hit the way I want it and I know it's all completely random, hence RNG, what drops and when it drops and all that stuff, but yeah, I've never really had a good kind of looting bag from Gauntlet. Same with Expedition. Expedition, I've got 2 sets and a legendary, I think. And a mount out of all the expeditions that have ever been, and I've spent like a fair amount of badges and stuff on expeditions and never got any loot out of it. So yeah, but expeditions I'll keep going and smacking out, because, you know, there's a chance of getting some good shit in there, and the schematics and everything for some really good familiars and stuff. But Trials and Gauntlet, I don't know, I just never get the loot. Hopefully this will prove me wrong and we'll come out of here and there'll just be a legendary waiting. That would be nice, considering we need 12? We need 12 to get max tier 9 upgrade. And then after that we need a shitload more to start upgrading the mythics and sets and stuff as well. So yeah, but Gauntlet generally doesn't get me shit. Let's do a few world bosses. Hard. We're still on Netherworld. Okay. I have been doing... This isn't going to work. I have been doing Oleg again. And the reason for that is we kind of went over it on Thursday's video. That if we're going to go for world down the track, I need a Oleg. And if we go look at Oleg quickly... Where is he? Here he is. I'm going to need these 2 Velks are already made and sitting there ready for Walkham. So imagine that 2 is 0. I'm going to need 3 Velks, which is 30 Hobbit feet, and then I'm going to need 15 Hobbit feet on the side, which means I need 45 Hobbit feet. I currently have 4. So we've dismissed Netherworld for quite a while, and I don't think I'll be coming back to Netherworld anytime soon because I need so many freaking Hobbit feet. But we didn't get any in the time that I was doing Netherworld, the last couple of, maybe last month or so. This guy's obviously not here. The last month or so, I didn't get one Netherworld schematic. So again, we've been through this and I've talked about this and stuff, that if you're looking for schematics and stuff, and a lot of people quit the game because they can't find the schematics and things, it happens to everyone, happens to me. No one's, you know, exempt from the rule or anything. What the hell, man? Why is everyone sucking balls on Netherworld? Let's summon our own, and then that way, no, and then that way we know that we're the leader and we can start the thing. Yeah, you know, the whole schematic discussion and there being really low drop chances and stuff. It happens to everybody, so it's not just you. You can at least feel some form of happiness or sympathy that it's not just you that the game is targeting. Nobody gets good RNG with schematics, really. I'm still waiting on the Columbus Raid 6 boss schematic. That's just not coming, and I've been doing Raid 6 every day since it came out. So yeah, I do feel you, but no Netherworld schematics as of yet. So, and I don't think we'll get any for a while because we're going back to Oleg to get those pesky Hobbit feet. Which is also kind of irritating because Netherworld I can do with just myself. Oleg I can't. At least I don't think I can. Let's try, right? Let's regroup. Oh, okay, this guy's come with us. Warwick. Good old Warwick. Okay, well, if Warwick ever leaves, let's try Oleg by ourselves. It's not going to go well, because you can see this guy is getting crunched. He's like 2 point something TS, and I'm sitting at the back doing damage. So I doubt I would be able to clear Oleg by myself. But actually, we're going to try it. We're going to try it. We're going to close this bad boy. We're going to summon. We're going to summon. We're going to summon. We're going to start before anyone gets in here. And we're just going to auto it because that's what I do in life. And we're already half health. Went better than I expected, actually. But yeah, no. So we kind of have to rely on others. At least one other for Oleg. Whereas Netherworld, you can kind of just do it by yourself. I can do it by myself. So that's a little bit annoying. Particularly for this reason, because people just do not start the freaking world boss, man. They AFK or whatever. Plus, if you're gonna do like hard or heroic or something, unless you can do a heroic, I recommend just not doing hard. I've had that discussion. You know what? World boss is done. We're going to raids. I've had that discussion many times. No, we're not doing raid 4. I'm not gonna fall for that again. I've had that discussion multiple times recently in my videos. Whether to do, let's leave that health shrine as well. Or double health shrine, fuck yeah. Whether to do normal, hard, or heroic. And if you can do heroic with friends and stuff, then go for it. If you can't, don't even worry about hard, it's not worth it, just do normal. But with Oleg, because it's 5 people worth, instead of Netherworld being 3, so there's 5 people for Netherworld, for Oleg, World Boss, and there's 3. What the? What are you doing right here? It's fantastic. Netherworld is 3 man. Oleg is 5 man. It means that if you're going to do Oleg and you're going to have a full party or something, you've got 5 people in your party, which means, and Netherworld is 3, so there's 2 extra in Oleg, which means that there's 2 extra chances of that person, there's 2 extra chances of people being AFK. And then the world boss taking like 100 years. So I did Oleg the other day, and 2 people were AFK. And they must have just clicked ready, and I've joined the room, and then waited for the last person to come in. It took a while, whatever, and then the last person came in, and then they were AFK, and it just took fucking forever. So yeah, if you can get away with doing you and just one other person, do it, because if the whole AFK world boss thing is the worst. It annoys me quite a bit. Okay, well this guy was like right here, which is pretty handy, I guess. Get him over and done with. we're about to get chunked. Nope. Well, we kind of did a little bit. So the good thing about him being right at the start, I prefer that every single time, is that you attack him and you're pretty much full health when you get there, right? We've had a little bit of a fall down. We do have less stamina than we're used to. And no loot. So take that health shrine. Let's avoid that one. Yeah, because by the time you get to the boss, usually if he's like the last enemy you fight or something, maybe your whole team isn't fully healthy or something, and then you're like behind, you're on the back foot from the start. Whereas there, being the third enemy or second enemy or whatever it was, we were pretty much full health. And so, you know, we were able to finish him with only using one potion, which is handy. And we don't really care what happens the rest of the dungeon. We'll avoid taking that health shrine just in case. As the rest of the dungeon is no chance of getting a legendary or a mythic or a set piece or any that sort of stuff. We still can get the schematic for the boss, which is good. So we shouldn't just, you know, exit. It's all XP and you know, chances of getting schematics and stuff. So it's still worth it, but no loot left, at least. Oh man, that accessory box still hurts. It's gonna hurt for a while. Shit. It's so unfortunate. I've got the worst luck, man. Like, I know I don't actually have the worst luck, and everyone says that, but when it comes to familiars and stuff and bribing and all that, actually not that bad of luck. But when it comes to freaking boxes and eggs, terrible. Level 300 and still don't have double egg. Oh well, these things happen. Now, as I mentioned, if you save up to 5k, you can buy one of those boxes and you have the best chance of getting a legendary, being it's at 21.3%. Nothing stopping you. Let's go get that other shrine because we're hurt a little bit. There's nothing stopping you from buying the 800 gem ones. So you know, you could buy nearly 6 of them, compared to buying the one big one. And that's why I was saying, if you buy the big one and you get your legendary, then buying the small ones, you can buy 6 for the same amount. So instead of getting 5 accessories, you get 30 for the same amount of gems. You break those 30 down, you get the you get the upgrades that you need, upgrade materials you need to upgrade that legendary that you got. There's nothing stopping you from buying those 850 gem ones in the hunt for legendary. You're just going to have a hell of a lot less chance of getting it because it's 3%. So we saw there I opened it with a 21.3% and didn't get it. So I had a 1 in 5 chance of getting a legendary for each of those 5 drops. If you go the other way, you've got a 3% chance. It's very, very low. But you are opening 6 chests, 6 boxes instead of 1. But still, your chances of getting it are much lower. So I still recommend saving up, but is it a monumental task? So the good thing, at least this time around for us, is that I don't need any legendary familiars right now. Like, I don't need them. So we're going for that World mythic familiar, which I'm never going to be able to pronounce. And for that we need Zolofby. So we need a Zol and we need a Bully, of which I have none. We need the Torlag, which handy thing about that is none of it is legendary familiars. It's all just Hobbit feet, so we can farm that. That's a thing that's just we're gonna get over time by doing Oleg. It's gonna take ages to do it, but it's fine. We already have a Welcome, so that's good. So basically we need a Zolofby and a Bully, and then just a shitload of Hobbit feet, and we can make World. So, oh, that hurt a lot. That sucked. Let's bring you back. You died on the very first enemy, which is not the best. But that World isn't a necessary thing that we need right now. It's just a nice thing that we can work towards eventually. So yeah, we don't need it. Whereas we kind of need an offensive accessory. So as far as all the other familiars and stuff I've got, I don't really need any more of those fams. I don't need like another boss fam or anything to to make a new familiar that I'm going to use. Like once I get, I've got the Raid 6 Columbus Raid 6 boss fam just sitting there. I just need the schematic, so I don't need him anymore. So I don't need to save up 1600 for him. I've already got nearly a +4 Walkham, so I don't need any healer fam, and the tank and healer fam are the most important for running Trials Gauntlet and all that sort of stuff. So it means that all the gems that I get, I can pretty much save straight for another accessory box. I don't necessarily need to keep that 1600 gem safety net that I've talked about in case a boss fam comes up. I can just use save the gems all the way up to 1600 to 5000, sorry, and use them straight away, rather than trying to get to 5000 and then a boss comes up and go, oh shit, I need to spend 1600, and then all of a sudden you're back down to 3.5, and then you got to spend it, save it back up, da 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 da. So we can just save up to 5000 without the need of spending gems on anything else. Of course, we could spend the 800 gems and stuff on Driffin and Duo Bombs and all that to get the +5 Walkham ASAP, but again, it's not a need, it's more of a want. It will come eventually just by playing. Eventually, they'll come up, and eventually they'll say yes to gold. I'm pretty patient with all that sort of stuff. But the legendary accessory is something that I've wanted and needed. And, you know, getting a legendary accessory and a legendary pet is pretty damn important. And you want to get it as soon as possible. Again, I'm level 300, I don't have it. But I think it's much more important to get that than to, you know, bribe a Zol, for instance. And then with 1600 gems down, and then if Bully comes out, we bribe a Bully as well. With another 1600 gems down, it's going to take forever to get back up to 5k. And then if we get those Zol and Bully, great, we've got Zolabi, and then once we make Torlag, great. Fuse all that together to get a Walger, which is great, but again, we don't really need Walger. It's just it's going to be a nice bonus thing to have. So that's my mentality. That's kind of the way I think about things and play this game. Want versus need, and need, accessory, want, familiars. So the familiars I have, Meaty and Walkham and Gummy, and soon to be, as soon as I get the schematic, this guy, they more than do the job for what I need them to do. So familiars is at the moment, and all my PvP stuff, I've got Korgs, I've got Remoraid, I've got Fatty, I've got Yorlag, I've got Walkham, Bobodom, Wembo. I got a heap of fams, man. So the fams aren't the issue. They aren't the thing I really need to be focusing on right now. So I'll be saving those gems, is what I'm trying to say. And going straight for that accessory box yet again. So I did mention actually that I was going to try and open it on camera, and just if it happened to be on sale while I was recording. It never has been up until now, and then when I logged in just now, it was, which is great. It's the first time I've been able to get on today. It is 5:45 PM, so late start today, but I'll get all my raids and everything done. But yeah, as soon as this guy drops his, as soon as the boss schematic drops from here, I'll be looking pretty good, I would say. We've got none left, so we'll just swap these two. So at the moment, yeah, I'm using Meaty, which is just the big brick wall we've talked a million times about, and Gummy is doing fairly well as well. But I really want to try out Columbus boss. I don't even know what the schematic is called, like what the fusion is called. I'm just going to call it the Columbus boss schematic, because he's got 40% block chance, which is huge. Not 60% like Zolabi or Oxlaroth huge, but still 40%. And he's got good stat distribution and stuff. And then the attack the whole team thing when he gets hurt is it's massive. So I'm really excited to try him out. And he'll go straight into my PvP team as well. So usually at the front of my PvP team at the moment, I have either Gummy or Roleska. I swap them out, and I'm trying to find out which one I like for PvP more. But as soon as I get the Columbus boss, he'll just slot straight in there. So yeah, actually, if we quickly take a look at the familiars I have. Stable. Nope. We're in the right thing right now. If we go down to Mythics, we have none. Here he is, Columbus. We're just waiting for his schematic. as I mentioned. We have Gummy. We have Fatty. We have this stupid guy that was never fused into anything. I have Oleg, I have Meaty, I have nearly a +4 Walcom. All I need is 1 Duo Bombs and I got a +4 Walcom. I got Rimroade, I got a +1 Roleska, Bobodom, Korgs, Wembo. I've got Robbie, +1 Robbie. I've got a +1 Astaroth, which I just have 2 Astaroths. I never got a Bully or a Oxla to fuse them into anything. So, yeah, I got a shitload of FAMs, man. FAMs are not the issue. And that kind of harkens back to another discussion that I've had that's been semi-reoccurring over the past few months about the different types of players and what people kind of focus on and stuff. And I focused heavily on familiars early, and I still recommend kind of that the way to go. I can't recommend enough to get Bobodom and Wembo as early as possible. You get them as early as possible, you won't have issues with flags. It's just like, if you're having issues with flags and stuff now, if you got Bobodom and Wembo early, or start getting them now or something, you won't have issues with flags. As soon as you get a legendary tank and healer familiars, the game just becomes a lot less frustrating and a lot more streamlined. You're still probably going to hit walls and stuff, but it's going to be a TS problem, not a familiar problem. So at the moment, a lot of the kind of questions and complaints and stuff I get is, I can't pass this, I can't pass that, and it's a frustrating occurrence, I know. But a lot of it is TS problems and familiar problems. But if you take the familiar problem out of the way, it's just a TS thing, and you just go back to your last dungeon, or you go back to your raids or something, get a few upgrades, and then you progress and everything's fine. But if you're if you're in tier 7 or 8 or something, and you're still using the Tramps and Ballland, you're in trouble, man. Like, you gotta put in the time, just like everything else, to go farm those schematics, farm those familiars, and fuse up and everything, and then you'll be, oh damn it, yeah, you'll be looking pretty. So I did all the way through with just with just Bobodom and Wembo. I never stabled them. I didn't need to. And I'm free to play, and I still, at that time I had a rare accessory and rare pet, so I didn't even have epics or anything. Like, I was pretty, pretty lackluster in the gear department. But with Wembo and Bobodom, just wasn't an issue. So I can't recommend enough getting them early, and you can get them super early. Like raid 1, you can get Bobodom, I think, and by raid 2 you can get Wembo. So, that's zone 5, I want to say. And you finish zone 5 and you can get both of them. So, yeah. Anyway, I won't ramble about that again for a while, probably. But, again, if you're new to the channel, or you haven't seen videos of mine before, or you're just starting out, or whatever, and you're looking for advice on that sort of stuff, get your Bobodom and Wembo. Yeah, and they're relatively easy to fuse compared to others. Like Wembo versus Walcom, there's always that debate, like, which one's better, which one should I go for, either. But Wembo is way easier to get than Walcom, because Walcom you have to do all the Hobbit feet stuff to get Velks, and it's just a pain in the ass. Both of them need Warfin, and Warfin is annoying because it's Driffin. But I still think Wembo is significantly easier to fuse. And he's not that far superior, not superior, the opposite of superior, inferior. They're kind of like a flip of the coin, man. Like, I like Walker better, and that's why I started to stable him. But Wembo, with that 50% bonus to all the FAMs that happened like a few months ago, well, it's probably more than that now, it was a while ago now. He's got like stupid crit chance and stuff, so when he crits, he hits like an absolute beast, and he heals like a beast as well. They're both spread healers, you can't really go wrong. Alright, so we'll finish this off and we'll call it a day. I did go a little bit longer than normal because the first 10 minutes of this episode was more talking and opening boxes and crying than it was, doing progression and stuff. So I thought I'd go a little bit longer, but we're at 35-ish minutes. So yeah, we'll do this boss and then we'll finish up. Of course, I'll keep going over dinner and on the couch, and tonight watching a movie with my wife and stuff. I'll just do this on my phone or something and hopefully get some drops. But as I mentioned, we need, let's just give you a potion. We need chunked. We need 2 more legendaries to break down, because when you break down a legendary, you get roughly 50 beans. So we need 100-ish beans to fully upgrade our weapon. So that's 2 legendaries. Get 2 legendaries, break them down. It's roughly 100 beans. And then we have our fully upgraded weapon, which is great. And then we need to... Oh, god damn. He's smacking us around. Then we need to upgrade our offhand from tier 8 to tier 9. And from nothing, from no upgraded, just a brand new tier 9, or brand new offhand to max offhand, to max TS on it, is 500 beans. So again, roughly 50 beans per legendary. That's 10 times 50 is 500. It's an extra 10 legendaries that we need. And then actually it's more 11, isn't it? Because we actually need an offhand legendary itself. So we need 11, we need an offhand legendary, and then 10 more to break down to make that, and then we need 2 more for the weapons. So in reality we need 13 more legendaries to get full TS. So we're still a ways off, and my loot recently has been rubbish. I haven't got much in the way of legendaries recently, including opening that box, which was bad. So it's a bit of a dry spell at the moment, and these things, you know, they flip around. I'll have some good luck soon, no doubt. But for the moment, having pretty lackluster luck, and lackluster luck as far as Thursday capture rate as well. But, you know, you persevere. You got to expect that in a game like this, that you're not always going to get your way. And the luck will change. Eventually, it has to. Either way, that is it for Sunday on a Fun Day. Bit of a frustrating one. But we'll be back on Thursday to try and get more duo bombs and driftins and stuff to get our Walkham up. And then, you know, maybe we'll start working on the border and trying to do raid 5 for Zol and maybe catch him with gold. There is you know, a chance to catch raid bosses with gold. I did catch those 2 Astaroths with gold. I never bribed them. I did catch this thing which I was talking about. Where is it? This thing which is like the Oxler, the bully, whatever it is, of raid 5. I got that with gold. So, you know, there is a chance of the bully or the Zol coming up for gold. We don't necessarily need to throw gems at it if we're saving. So anyway, we got to get Walkham done first. But that is it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. As always, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. If you like this video, click here to see another one just like it. If you're new to the channel and like what I'm doing, click here to subscribe and become the newest member of the Chicken Coop. If you really like what I'm doing, you can find a link to my Patreon in the description, where you can help support me and help the channel grow. You'll also find a link to the channel's Discord server where you can chat with me and other members of the Chicken Coop. And don't forget to hit that notification bell.